This third problem is perfect for a regression. So just to run you through what you want to look for to know if you can run a regression. You need at least 2 points on the function. And as you can see, the table, they give you 3. And you need the equation of the function, which they also provide. Now, recognize that it will not read function notation. So we have an f of x on the top. We're going to have to change that to an actual equation so that Desmos can recognize it when we run a regression. And they said f is a linear function. So essentially, a line is y equals mx plus b. You know, h of x, that's our y out here. So we really just need to put the mx plus b part on the top to signify that that's a line. So let me just show you how to do regression in steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a table of values. So when I go to Desmos, I'm going to type in the word table and it will pop up. And then just start typing in those sets of coordinates. So I have -18, 3. I have -6, 5. And I have 6, 1. Perfect. And then on the next line, I'm going to tell Desmos to run a regression on it. Now you have auto regressions over here. So I just hit on the left-hand side, the lines with the dots. That's if it's a simple equation, like it's just a linear equation or it's just a quadratic equation, then you can run these auto regressions. The problem is, this is a little bit more complex than just a simple equation, so we're going to actually have to type it in on the next line. Couple things to note. You cannot use x and y. You have to use x1 and y1 so that it pulls from the table of values. So instead of typing h of x, right, because that's a function notation, I'll get confused, I'm going to type y1. Instead of using an equal sign, you have to use a tilde. It's just a way for the Desmos regression program to work. So I'm going to do a tilde, which essentially is the button on your keyboard next to the number 1. And then I'm going to type in my equation. So remember on top, they said f of x was a line. I'm going to type in mx1, not mx, plus b. And then underneath it, I'm going to type in x1 plus 2. And here we go. Here's our graph. You always want to go back to the question. The question is asking, what is the y-intercept of f of x? Okay, f of x is just the top part of the equation. It's just a line. So when you look at this picture, we don't see a line graphed. This is the picture of h of x. So you do not want to go here and go, oh, the y-intercept is at -3, because that's not the right y-intercept. They're not asking for h of x. They want it for f of x. So if you look over here, we have these regression parameters, and essentially the b is the y-intercept for the mx plus b part. So the answer is going to be -6. And let's just see where that is. Perfect, that's D.